Welcome to a place where beauty roars and certainty shatters. You think you know Niagara Falls? Postcards. Honeymoons. That thundering wall of water that makes your camera shake. But beneath the mist, there are stories that will change how you see this place forever. Stories of silence, desperation, loneliness, and the things humans do when confronted with forces they cannot control. This isn't your textbook tour. This is what happens when you look past the waterfall and see the people who tried to hold it, survive it, and sometimes love it. Grab a poncho. Let's dive into 20 facts about Niagara Falls that will haunt you long after the mist dries. The countdown number 20. The day the world stopped making sense, March 29, 1848, 12:03. AM people woke to silence. Not the peaceful kind. The kind that makes horses refuse to move. The kind that sends you to your window 3 times before you believe what you're not hearing. Niagara Falls had stopped flowing. A massive ice jam in Lake Erie choked the river at its source. For 30 terrifying hours, the falls went silent. Church bells rang, not in celebration, but in panic. Farmers stood at the dry cliffs in their nightshirts, staring at exposed rock where thunder should have been. Then, with a roar that shook the earth, the ice broke. A wall of pent-up water crashed back over the edge. The takeaway? The world doesn't promise to stay the same, not even the things that roar loudest. Number 19. The 63-year-old schoolteacher who decided death was better than invisibility, October 24, 1901, 4:30 p.m. Annie Edson Taylor was broke, widowed, and invisible. She wasn't an acrobat. She wasn't famous. She was a 63-year-old schoolteacher from Michigan who'd spent her entire life being polite and proper, and it had left her with nothing. So she climbed into a wooden pickle barrel with a heart-shaped pillow and went over Horseshoe Falls. The crowd laughed. A woman? In her 60s? Going over the falls? They stopped laughing when she survived. Bleeding but alive, she emerged from the barrel and said, "No one ought ever to do that again." She was right. But they did anyway. Over a dozen daredevils followed. Some lived. Many didn't. Annie died in 1921, penniless. She'd survived the falls, but couldn't survive the world that came after. Her grave is in Oakwood Cemetery in a section they call Stunter's Rest, the final resting place for people who couldn't live with standing still. Number 18. The ghost ship that just moved for the first time in 101 years, Halloween 2019. There's a rusted iron scow stuck 50 meters from the brink of Horseshoe Falls. It's been frozen there since 1918, over a century suspended between safety and oblivion. Then, on Halloween night 2019, a violent storm shifted it. Just a few meters. Just enough. Locals freaked out. News helicopters swarmed. Everyone wondered, after 101 years of holding on, was this finally it? Would the ghost ship finally go over? It didn't. It's still there. Still stuck. Still suspended. But now we know, nothing holds forever. Even the things that seem frozen in time are just one storm away from falling. Number 17. The genius who powered the world, then fell in love with a bird. Niagara Falls, 1895, New York City, 1922. Nikola Tesla saw a picture of Niagara Falls when he was a child and dreamed of harnessing its power. In 1895, he did it. With George Westinghouse, Tesla built the world's first major hydroelectric power plant. His alternating current system lit up cities, powered subways, and changed everything. But there's another side to Tesla, a stranger, quieter side. In his final years, the man who'd harnessed lightning spent his nights feeding pigeons. He kept his hotel windows open. He ordered special seed mixes. He nursed injured birds back to health. And then there was one pigeon, pure white with gray-tipped wings. Tesla said she understood him, that he could call her and she would come, that they could communicate without words. He told his biographer, "I loved that pigeon as a man loves a woman." One night in 1922, she flew into his room. Tesla knew she was dying. He said a light shone from her eyes, brighter than anything he'd ever created in his laboratories. Then she was gone. I knew, Tesla said, that my life's work was finished. The man who powered the modern world couldn't survive the loss of one small bird. That's not trivia. That's tragedy. Number 16. The tunnel to nowhere under the falls deep beneath Niagara lies the ghost of a project that failed spectacularly. In 1956, the Sholkoff power station collapsed. Part of it was sealed off, buried, or simply abandoned. What remains is a mysterious tunnel system that urban explorers call the portal to nowhere, no formal entrance. Just darkness, dripping water, and echoes. Some claim to hear rushing water when there shouldn't be any. Others report flickering lights deep in the tunnels where no electricity runs. Niagara isn't just a natural wonder, it's got a steampunk basement full of forgotten infrastructure and unanswered questions. Number 15. The man who survived the falls wearing nothing but jeans. July 2003. A man jumped into Horseshoe Falls. No barrel. No safety gear. No plan. He plunged 167 feet into the swirling chaos below and lived. Bruised, battered, but alive. Authorities were stunned. Tourists were horrified. When asked why he did it, the man said, "I just wanted to feel alive." They nicknamed him the Miracle Man, Niagara Falls, where spontaneous life decisions meet Olympic-level survival instincts. Number 14. The secret room behind the waterfall, and why you'll lose your hat. Ever heard of the journey behind the falls? It's a real cavern carved behind Horseshoe Falls. You can walk behind the crashing curtain of water. It's wet, loud, and the wind howls like Poseidon doing construction work. That wind? Strong enough to rip hats, sunglasses, and occasionally small children right off the viewing platform. Standing behind the thunder of Niagara Falls, you feel like you're inside nature's engine room. Just don't bring anything you aren't prepared to lose. Number 13, the falls are shrinking. On purpose, Niagara Falls goes to bed. Every night after the last tourist leaves, engineers divert half the river through massive underground tunnels to hydroelectric turbines. The falls dim. The mist thins. The roar quiets. It's called energy-saving mode. In the morning, they flip the gates back open and the thunder returns, and millions of people stand at the edge and think, "This is wild. This is untamed. This is forever." But it isn't. The Niagara Falls you see is scheduled, managed, controlled, a natural wonder on a dimmer switch. And once you know that, you can't unknow it. Number 12. The daredevil who cooked breakfast on a tightrope 160 feet above death, mid-1800s. The great Blondin, Jean-Francois Gravelet, was a tightrope walker who crossed Niagara Falls multiple times. But that wasn't enough for him. So one day he stopped halfway across, lowered a rope to the shore, pulled up a portable stove, and cooked an omelet. Yes, an omelet. On a tightrope, 160 feet above churning rapids. He ate it, then continued to the other side. This man invented brunch performance art before Instagram existed. Number 11. The only place on Earth where rainbows are basically guaranteed. Thanks to all that mist, Niagara Falls is a rainbow factory. Stand in the right spot on a sunny day, and you'll see arcs off color stretching across the gorge like nature's pride parade. Some days you'll catch double rainbows. Some days, if you're lucky, a full circular bow. People have cried, proposed, had spiritual awakenings. Niagara is probably the only place where you can be soaking wet, deafened by thunder, and still whisper, "Wow, so beautiful." Number 10. The jet ski stunt that ended in tragedy October 1, 1995. Robert Overacker had a plan. Ride a jet ski off Horseshoe Falls, deploy a rocket-propelled parachute midair, and float down like an angel of good intentions. He was raising awareness for the homeless. What actually happened? The parachute failed to deploy. He didn't survive. Niagara Falls is no place for DIY heroics. Gravity always gets the final vote. Number 9, the whirlpool that spins both ways and sometimes forgets which. Just downstream from the falls is the Niagara Whirlpool, a massive swirling cauldron of water that spins in one direction until it doesn't. Changes in water flow can reverse its spin entirely. The whirlpool gets confused, slows down, then starts spinning the opposite way. It's like watching the river have an identity crisis in real time. Number 8, the honeymoon capital of the world and the breakup capital. No one talks about Niagara Falls as famous for honeymoons, romance, new beginnings. But park staff have seen the other side, spontaneous public breakups. Between the mist, the crowds, the vacation stress, and 85 decibels of heartbreak amplifying thunder, couples sometimes call it quits right on the viewing decks. Park rangers have witnessed engagement rings tossed into the river, screaming matches drowned out by waterfalls, romance collapsing in real time. Niagara, where love begins and occasionally where it ends. Number 7, thousands of fish go over the falls every day, and many survive. You heard that right. Thousands of fish get swept over Niagara Falls daily, and many of them live. Why? The foam and mist at the base act like nature's airbag. Tourists report seeing dazed fish swimming at the bottom, presumably wondering what fresh hell just happened. It's the world's most terrifying water slide, and fish don't even buy tickets. Number 6, the ice bridge that became an accidental winter carnival until people died. Every winter in the 1800s, mist from the falls froze mid-air, creating a natural ice bridge across the gorge. Locals walked across it, set up shops, built refreshment stands. It was a winter festival on frozen water. Then one year, the ice cracked unexpectedly. Several people fell through. Since then, walking on the ice bridge has been illegal, but the legend of the accidental ice mall lives on. Number 5. The winter Niagara Falls appeared to freeze solid, and tourists walked across it. Winter 1911. Photos from this brutal winter show Niagara Falls frozen mid-flow, tourists casually strolling across what looked like a solid sheet of ice. It wasn't entirely frozen, water was still flowing underneath, but it looked like a frozen death trap. And people walked across it anyway, like it was a sidewalk. Nothing says bad idea like a casual afternoon walk across a frozen waterfall. Number 4. The lost city buried beneath Niagara. Beneath the falls lies the ghost of an industrial past. In the early 1900s, tunnels, turbine halls, secret staircases, and power stations powered early hydroelectric systems. When plants collapsed or shut down, parts were sealed off or abandoned. Today, urban explorers sneak into the ruins, reporting rusted catwalks, flickering lights where no power runs, and the occasional raccoon. Niagara isn't just mist and thunder. It's got a steampunk graveyard hidden underneath modern tourist paths. Number 3. The 7-year-old boy who went over the falls and lived July 9, 1960, 2:47. P.E.M. Roger Woodward was 7 years old. He was wearing a bathing suit, an orange life jacket, and nothing else. He wasn't a daredevil. He wasn't trying to be famous. He was a little boy on a boat ride with his 17-year-old sister, Deanne, and a family friend, James Honeycutt. Then the motor died. The 12-foot aluminum boat started drifting, slowly at first, then faster. The current grabbed them. They hit a shoal. The boat capsized, throwing all three into the upper rapids. The water moved at 40 miles per hour. Deanne was swept toward the brink of Horseshoe Falls. 2 men visiting from New Jersey, John Hayes and John Quattrochi, ran along the observation deck, reached over the railing, and grabbed her. They pulled her out 20 feet from the edge. Honeycutt went over. He didn't survive. And Roger? Roger was still in the water, tumbling through rapids, being pulled under, thrown against rocks, gasping for air when he could find it. He went over Horseshoe Falls, 188 feet down. At the bottom, a Maid of the Mist tour boat was making its turn. Captain Clifford Keach spotted a small orange life jacket bobbing in the churning water. He maneuvered the boat, threw a life preserver once, twice, 3 times. The 3rd throw reached the crying boy. They pulled him aboard. Roger Woodward had gone over Niagara Falls wearing nothing but a life jacket and survived with only a concussion and minor bruises. He is the only person in history to survive an unprotected plunge over the Horseshoe Falls. The media swarmed. Newspapers called him the Miracle Boy. Everyone wanted interviews and photos, his story. It was so overwhelming that his parents hooked their trailer to a truck and moved the family away in the middle of the night. They just wanted their son to be a kid again. Roger didn't talk about it for 34 years. When he finally did, he said, "It wasn't luck. It wasn't fate. It was the grace of God that saved me that day." And to this day, he gets upset when people call him a daredevil. He was just a 7-year-old boy who fell through thunder and somehow lived to tell the story. Number 2, there's a phone line that controls the waterfall inside the Niagara Parks power station. There's a direct emergency phone line to upstream dam controllers. If something goes wrong, someone literally picks up a red phone and says, "Hey, turn down the waterfall." Yes. Niagara Falls has a customer service line. Somewhere out there, a person's job is to talk to the river. Number 1, the Daredevil Graveyard, where the wildest stories end in Stillness Oakwood Cemetery, Niagara Falls. Just a short drive from the roaring chaos of the falls lies a cemetery. It's quiet, peaceful, almost serene. This is where many of Niagara's daredevils are buried. Barrel riders, tightrope walkers, the ones who went over twice, once on purpose, once not. Annie Edson Taylor is here, the school teacher who survived the barrel, the woman who died penniless despite her fame. There's a section they call Stunter's Rest. Despite their wild lives, despite the roar, the risk, the crowds, the thunder, they all ended up in the same place, complete calm. It's proof that even Niagara's most extreme stories eventually find stillness. Outrow, and there you have it. 20 strange, heartbreaking, and mind-blowing facts about Niagara Falls you never knew. From frozen waterfalls and flying fish to a 7-year-old boy who survived the impossible, daredevils with frying pans, and a lonely genius who loved a bird, Niagara Falls is hiding way more than mist. But here's the real secret. Niagara Falls isn't about the water. It's about us. It's about what we do when confronted with something bigger than ourselves. Some of us try to cross it. Some of us jump into it. Some of us stand at the edge and just feel small. And one man spent his nights feeding pigeons because the roar of human achievement couldn't fill the silence of being alone. The falls will keep thundering. The mist will keep rising. But the stories, those belong to us. If you loved uncovering these wild tales, hit subscribe. Your support lets us keep diving into the most unexpected stories nature and history have to offer. Thanks for watching. And remember, the thunder is scheduled. But the longing? That's real. We'll see you on the next countdown.